Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, we are group 7 and members are Lusia, Septiana, Riduwan, Anisa, Aini, Fadhila, Wati, Ilham Agustiansyah, and me, Rosi, Novita, Rizki. Today, we'll discuss about result of discussion of meeting to cognitive level and lingkup materi teks. For the part A will be presented by Ilham Agustiansyah. Part B will be presented by Anisa Aini Wati. And last part C will be presented by me and Lusia Septiana. Okay, for the first part will be presented by Ilham Agustiansyah. Thanks of yours, Ilham.
Thank you, Rosi. Okay, social function, cognitive level, knowledge and understand. Students are able to identify aspect of social function application. Students are be to compare, classify, or explain aspect of social function. Reasoning. Students are be to conclude detailed different military or analysis aspect of social function. Social function of narrative text. Linguistic social function of narrative text. First, purpose of narrative text is to entertain the reader with a story that is made in such a way that it is interesting by presenting a story or even that as a problem that cause comfort at the end the story there is a rationing happy or sad ending the and then the function of narrative text it to enter the right so the right is expected to feel entertained when or after reading the text. Usually narrative texts are non-fiction stories that can be in the form fairy tale books, tales, animal stories, and so on. Finish.
Okay, thank you, Ilham. For the part B, will be presented by Anisa Aini Fadhila.
Okay, I'm Iki. Wait. Apa? Okay. Hilang, Re. B. Text structure. To cognitive level, knowledge and understanding students are able to identify the linkage of meaning between the parts in the text. Application. Students are to be compared, classify, or explain the relationship of meaning between the parts in the text. Listening. Students are able to conclude, detail the difference or similarities or analysis the relationship of meaning between the parts in the text structure. Structure text descriptive. Linguistic. Structure of descriptive text. In each example of descriptive text, there are two parts: the characteristic, the linguistic structure of descriptive text. The two parts are, first, identification. Please swipe. Identification is part of the descriptive text which contain the topic or what to be described or described. Two, description. description in the last part of the descriptive text, which contain a discuss or description of the topic or what in identification regarding physical appearance, quality, general behavior, and characteristic. Thank you. Okay, next.
Thank you, Anisa. For the part
Yeah.
I will present it. Okay, see elements of language. Cognitive level. Knowledge and understanding. Students are able to identify linguistic elements related to the content of narrative text. Application. Students are able to compare, classify, explain linguistic elements related to the contents of narrative text. Reasoning. Students are able to conclude detailed differences or similarities or analyze linguistic elements related to the contents of narrative text. Language elements of narrative text. The linguistic elements of the narrative text are as follows. First, using figurative words or metaphors. According to the Big Indonesian Dictionary, metaphor is a word or group of words that does not represent its true meaning, but is used to compare two things directly. Metaphor is also known as figurative language or comparative features of speech. Usually, metaphors are used to clarify or make narrative text look more interesting. Example, the king of the day, the king of the night, the backbone, and so on. Next, using transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are verbs that are equipped with an object, be it a noun, a phrase, or a pronoun. This type of verb can be changed into the passive form. Example, I eat an orange. While intransitive verbs are verbs that do not need an object. This type of verb cannot be changed into the passive form. Example, Momo feel. For the point 3 and 4 will be present by Lusia, Septiana, Riduwan.
Okay, thank you, Rosi. Number 3, using nouns, adjective, phrase, or clause. Of course, the use of nouns, adjective, phrase, or clause is adjusted to the type of topic conveyed in the narrative text. Number 4, using conjunction to mark the chronological order so that the reader is not confused. Usually, the author of the story will use conjunction to mark the time sequence. Example, first, then, next, and finally. John Rosi.
Okay, thank you, Ilham, Anisa, and Lucia. They are presented by Group 7. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Langsung matikan aja Ci recordnya, nggak apa-apa. Matikan aja Ci recordnya Ci, udah selesai kan.
Stop recording ya.
Ya,
Jadi kalau nge-share gimana?
bentar sih. Kamu cek share screen kan, ban tak tutup mau. Tak bilangin sih.
Langsung
Kamu
share.
stop record dulu.